God revealed another vision to me this morning. He showed me what the true beginning of mankind was like. I watched as he sat with the angels. A lot of things that are done in heaven are done on earth, but it's because their very foundation was from heaven. They sat together and they discussed what God wanted to do. Now, once God came to earth and he blessed it and he formed the earth, Lucifer, who was against God, he who wanted to be higher than God, decided that he also wanted to create his own world. The way in which God showed it to me, it was almost like a mirror. You would stand in front of a mirror and yes, you would see your reflection in the mirror, but only one is real. So hence, darkness met light. Lucifer decided to start creating his own world while God was starting to create his. Lucifer, however, because his heart was filled with hatred, could not create anything of goodness, even though he was made of light and fire, because his heart was consumed with bitterness and evil, utter corruption. So whoever he created was of the dark, and God surrounded his creation with light. You think about stories of vampires and stuff of that nature, and you think, where do these things come from? But they emulate from the very foundation of Lucifer's creation. Yes, he had people roaming the world, all at the same time that God was creating his own world in the garden. When Lucifer realized that his creation was not perfect, he decided to enter into the garden that God created with the intention of corrupting it. And he succeeded. Once he corrupted the otherwise perfect human beings, everything around them shifted. Everything around them started to fade away. Yes, they were still in the light, but they were no longer of the light. Many times they tried to go to the other side, but realized that their doom was imminent. So therefore, they remained in the light. We see so many things in history and through scripture where when Cain left the garden, that God indicated, woe be unto any man who tries to take his life. That's because Cain was heading into the part of the world that was filled with darkness. God wanted me to deliver this so that you know that light and darkness always existed. Good and evil always existed. There is no difference then than there is today. However, these things were removed from scriptures because they wanted to paint a perfect picture of what creation looked like, and that is just not the case. those who are aware of what the scriptures truly say will know that the information I'm telling you today is truth to every letter. The same as God showed me the sun, the carriers of the sun in the sky that we look at each day. It is illuminated by an angel, and that angel's name, God wanted me to say it as proof that the information I'm saying today is correct. That angel's name is Edgar. Edgar. As well as the moon, her loom is Eunice. So in the sky we have Edgar, who illuminates the sun, and Eunice, who looms the moon. There's so many stars that are in the heavens that I just could not keep up with the names. But he reminds me that in time I will get to know all things. God is showing me these things so that the information is given to all who have ears to hear. These things you will come to know. You will see prophecy of many of us that will be saying the same thing. But most important is that the heads of government, the people who have been hiding these things from us, will now know that the God of heaven exists, and that he is speaking not only to me, but to his chosen. There are so many things that he has revealed, for which there's not much time to go through, but I will do them in segments so that you may come to know the truth of creation. Lucifer, in otherwise known as Satan, father of lies and deceit, always wanted to be better than God. If God had one apple, he wanted 11 apples. If God had 2 women, he wanted to create 50 women. He was not casted out of heaven, God said. The doors of heaven were closed unto him. As such, the Spirit of God reprimanded him by taking him into custody and chaining him where he's unable to release any further affliction on us. However, the evil spirits of the ones that he created here on earth, even though their bodies are no more, their spirits roam the earth, and they're only looking for a body to jump into so that they can create utter chaos and ruin to mankind. It is important that we stay prayed up. It is important that we know truth. It is important that we know scriptures, because we will be in situations at times where we will need to quote scriptures in order for them to flee. They know who I am. They know that I'm anointed by the Most High God of heaven. And they are ready to fight day and night with me. But God is on my side, as he will be on yours. Seek God. You will see that the information for which I tell you today is the truth to every letter, as it is spiritually bound. I hope that this message meets and greets the ones that need it the most. We'll talk again soon. Bye for now.